Guess what, you guys? I got tagged. Okay. Y'all, can y'all see my new growth already? Crazy. Okay. I'm going to answer all of your questions. So stay tuned. Okay, I am back. All right, the first question is, what is your occupation? I'm looking over, I have multiple computer screens, and so I'm looking at a different computer screen to see the questions. Anyways, the first question is, what is your occupation? All right, my occupation is a teller manager in a bank. I have a degree in biology, bachelor's degree in biology. However, it has been extremely hard for me to get a job in my field. So basically, I had to take something to pay the bills. It's not my dream job by any stretch of the imagination, but it has and it will afford me some opportunities in the future. Everything is a stepping stone. So as far as my biology degree, I would love to teach science on kind of a different or weird level. Like, I would love to teach either pharmaceutical reps about how drugs are metabolized in the body, things like that, so that they can be equipped to go and talk to doctors. Or I would like to teach science at a biblical college, because a lot of people don't realize that there are connections between the Bible and science, and that nature tells of God's glory, and a lot of times they kind of get separated. And when I took science classes, I really saw the Lord, you know, like as far as different principles and stuff like that, in physics and stuff like that. So I would like to teach science from a Christian perspective, or from a biblical perspective, because there is some connection. Okay, the other question, how old are you and what is your sign? All right, grandma in the house, grandma in the house. I am 29, you guys, and I will be 30 on December 12th. Yeah. As far as what my zodiac sign is, I don't believe in that. So yeah, I'm not into the whole zodiac sign thing. I totally don't believe in that because of the history behind it and all that stuff. So my sign is Jesus. All right. Are you married and single? Or are you married or single? Duh. I can't read. Guess I should have stayed in college another year, huh? I am not married, but I ain't single either. I've been dating this guy for 3 years, and as you can already tell by the smile, he is absolutely, unequivocally amazing. Like, this guy is the bomb diggity. And if we had everything in place, we'd be married like yesterday. It has been a wonderful 3 years. I always tell like girls, like, or women, you should be jealous of me, you know, because of how hot and sweet and perfect my man is. Of course he's not perfect, but he's perfect for me. So that is my story. Okay, next few questions. What is one thing you cannot leave home without? Oh, y'all, there are too many. Okay, forget one thing, scratch that. I'm finna tell you all the things I can't leave the house with. One, I cannot leave my house without my debit cards. And I know somebody out there is feeling me. Y'all, have y'all ever left the house without your darn debit card? It is like the worst thing in the world. So I can't leave my house without my debit cards. Gotta have my debit cards with me. Another thing I can't leave the house without, dangles from my ears. I can't leave the house without earrings, you guys. Sometimes I take a spare in my purse just in case by some freak accident they get lost or fall out or break or something like that. I love earrings. Like, and you know the funny thing is, look how small my ears are. they're like baby small, right? But I love wearing big earrings. These are leaves. Can y'all see that? Okay, whatever. That was pointless. Anyways, I can't leave the house without earrings. I definitely can't leave the house without, bam, some lip gloss. How do you leave the house without lip gloss? Okay. Yeah. So I can't leave the house without lip gloss, earrings, debit cards, and as my girl said, Adam's rib without that cell phone. Can't leave without the cell phone. So, yep. Okay. What is the best day of your life? Or rather, what was the best day of your life? The best day of my life to date has to be the day that I received the Holy Ghost. I was, I think 12, either 12 or 13. And I received the Holy Ghost, the evidence of speaking in tongues. And I kind of, you know, I grew up in church, but I was kind of like, yeah, is that real? And when I experienced it for myself, I was like, dang, like it was awesome. And I am thankful for that. That was the best day of my life. Yeah. The other best day of my life, I guess, is when I graduated from college. I kind of got to agree with Adam's rib on that. That was kind of a nice day. Nice to have your family proud of you, so I agree with her on that. And the rest of my days, I have a lot of like good best days, so I can't hardly like narrow one down. Like I've had a whole lot. I could say when I went to Hawaii, I could say when I went to LA, I could say I love traveling, so anytime I get a chance to travel is a great day for me. So I have a lot of great best days, I guess. Okay, next set of questions. What was the worst day of your life? Oh, I've had some worse days. To date, I have to say, I can't say the worst. I can say the hardest. The hardest day to date has to be when I left Atlanta, which was almost 2 years ago. Oh my gosh, y'all. That was the hardest day. I love Atlanta. I am Atlanta's biggest fan. Do you hear me? It was so sad because I had lived there the majority of my life, and I left everything I knew. I left my home, I left my mom, I left my friends, I left my church, I left my man. I left everything. That had to be the hardest, and the timing that when I left and everything, like I know it has to be, you know, of God, because I don't know, the way stuff lined up. But y'all, that was such an ugly day. Oh God, I just cried and cried and cried and cried and cried and cried and cried. Yeah, let's not talk about that anymore. Hopefully one day soon I'll be moving back, but who knows when that'll be. But that was definitely the worst day. What do you drink every day? That's easy. Water. All right, next question. What grosses you out? Okay, this is gonna sound kind of crazy. Fish grosses me out, y'all. Oh, like, I ain't knocking people who love fish, because I know a lot of people love fish. But y'all, that is just the way, like, it flakes and stuff like that. Like, y'all, I went to Subway, right? And I had some tuna fish, and I just kept looking at the texture, and it just, I almost, yeah. Fish grosses me out. Like, I eat shrimp, but that's it. That's it. I can't do nothing else. Y'all, fishes. Okay. Okay. What was your childhood dream? My childhood dream was, I guess, probably like any other girl's childhood dream. I wanted to grow up and have a job, get married, and have kids. The jobs that I wanted to have, I wanted to be a ballerina dancer. I wanted to be in the Olympics, like an ice skater. I wanted to be a lawyer at one time, wanted to be a doctor at one time. Just a lot of stuff. When I was in high school, I wanted to make prosthetics. I started my college career in mechanical engineering, and I ended up being a biology major. So I am a jack of all trades. I don't know. Yeah, but I wanted to be a lot of things as a kid. I mean, I didn't have that one thing. As far as who I am tagging, okay, the people who I'm gonna tag, gotta look at my other computer screen over here, is GT7923A, you know who you are, and GC3 Music S. Those are my homegirls, and I'd love to get to know them a little bit better, so please make a video response when you get the chance. I look forward to learning more about you. And special shout out again to Adam's Rib. Special shout out to Brown Eyed Dancer. And thank you, ladies, for your support. God's Got This Natural. She's always very supportive. Mona, Mommy and Me, she's very supportive as well. And Urban Chick 81, there are quite a few women that are really supportive on my channel and stuff like that, or supportive of my vids. So I just want to say thank you. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a God bless day or night.